here today. And let me pin myself. Oh, it's already pinned. Did it save it? That's awesome. All right, hi, everyone. So we are getting close to the end. Let's see, we have approximately, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19 slides left, but they're all mostly pictures. I am going to shoot for a test on chapter 3 on Wednesday of next week. Okay, right? Why?
Well, I'm not going to be here Tuesday.
You're not gonna be here Tuesday. Well, we don't really review these. We'll be done with this probably on Monday. On Tuesday,
No.
we got a little activity that won't necessarily match up. Let's, if you're not, I think you'll be fine. Let's shoot for Wednesday. What's that? What's that? I will give you all of this stuff, and I will give you a study guide, but not like the study guide that you, I don't know what kind of study guides that you have. I will give you a list of things that you need to know. Is that okay, right?
Yeah.
I'm not giving you like I will basically, here's what I do for the tests. Okay. I make the test. I haven't made the test yet. I'm going to make it this weekend. I then, okay, go through the multiple choice. Okay. And I give you like, know this for number 1, know this for number 2, right? Know this for number 3, but it's just like generalized kind of stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. It's not like giving you the answer, but like you have to kind of like do your own work. Like, do you know what the difference is between abiotic? So I'll say like abiotic versus biotic, right? pH, okay? Know like, you know, that it's 0 to 14 and, you know, which side's acidic, which, that kind of thing. Does that make sense? Every single test in my class has 20 multiple choice questions and 1 FRQ. Okay. Every single test in my class is worth 50 points. Okay. 2 points for the multiple choice. Okay. And then 10 points for the FRQs. Okay. That's just how I weigh it. You know, it's like every homework assignment is worth 30. Every test is worth 50. Right? Y'all with me on this? Like, I don't get into the weird, like, percentage game with the power school. I just want you to know that that's how it's going to go. Everybody got that? Does that make sense? It seems fair to me. Yes.
On Tuesday, instead of doing like a different activity, can we do like a sample of our case and this is like our first environment?
Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah. I will tell you this though too. Your FRQs, everyone gets 10 out of 10 for the first few. If you try. If you don't try, you don't get it. Okay? So, because you're not going to know, right? We're going to spend every single test we'll have an FRQ, and we will spend time working through that rubric and telling you what you got and what you didn't get. Like, here's, and I honestly, I believe, Emily, without a doubt, like half of the points that you get are learning the games that College Board wants you to play. It's weird. I hate it, but like, it's how you write it, whether that necessarily than what, if you know it. It's weird. Question.
I want to say, if we're just going to get the points anyways, just walk us through all the tests, like at the end.
We won't have time, but I will the next day.
You know what I'm saying? No, like if we're already going to get those points, just walk us through what we need to do. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. Let's just do the first one, and then we'll talk about it. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. I think it's going to be more confusing because basically every FRQ has like 5 or 6 different parts, right? And so you just write out the answers. I will tell you this, and I know we're kind of digressing here, but I hope everybody knows this. When you're doing an FRQ, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, and maybe you don't because you did them all right. You will all get, have I showed you this yet? You will all get this book. A couple years ago, I conned our school into purchasing these for all of our. This was, what year was this? 2018. Okay, I had never, until I became a reader, saw one of these in real life. In fact, I remember calling up people like, remember calling Corey Osborne up and I'd be like, hey, was your booklet pink? What color was it? Like, do you remember if it had the prompts in it? Was before I became a reader. And then I became a reader. I was like, this would be incredibly important to show the kids what it looks like. So you don't just show up and be like, what the H, what am I supposed to be doing, right? Okay, so this is your booklet that you'll get. So you do the multiple choice test, then you'll get one of these. I'm assuming they're still going to be pink. Okay, oh wait. No, because there's going to be some online stuff this year. So we don't know if you're going to get this or not, or if you're going to be online. Everyone might be online. I don't know. Okay, regardless, here's what it looks like. You would get this prompt. Then you have space to write. You don't, in fact, if you're filling up all this space, you're doing it wrong. Okay, right? And then you get your next prompt, and you got more space. Okay, and then you get your next prompt, and you got more space to write. Okay, I will teach you how. I mean, if you're writing more than like 10 or 11 lines, it's not good. Yeah.
If we're not in school when we take the test, can you like force them to like let us come in to take the test here on paper and not on our computer?
If they offer it on paper, last year they didn't even offer it on paper. You could print it off and you could write it down and then take a picture of it and send it. That was interesting. I did have a few of those. Some of the writing was pretty bad. Most people type them up. But one thing I got to tell you, whether you're typing or writing, okay, 100%, you never want to make it hard for the reader to understand. Okay, so if I'm on question 1 and it's got parts A, B, C, D, you write A and then you give your answer and then you always put a space in between there. Okay, always, always, always. I don't know if you can see this, Mags. Let me go over here. Okay, always put a space, 100%. Okay, then B, right, put a space. Okay, C, right, because I don't want to have to search for your answer. Okay, as a reader. Okay, you don't want to make them guess. Okay, you want to make it clear. You want to make it like this is it. This is my answer for 1A. You don't have to write 1 every time. I know you're already in 1, right? You know what I mean? You don't even have to write 1 because it's already going to be in it. A, your answer, space. B, your answer, space. Everybody get this? Am I being clear about that? Okay, every once in a while I get these ones that when I'm grading them, and it's like the kid loves English so much that they write their answer as if there's a thesis and then like, you know, the body and then a conclusion. That's not how we want. We want, here's the question, give me the freaking answer, right? Okay, don't like try to like go roundabout and like I'll put all these flowery words in there and ooh, I remember the word sustainable. I got to throw that in there, you know. Ooh, predator sounds really good at this point. You know, like no, answer the question. And that's my job to teach you how to do that this year. Okay? Y'all with me on this? So don't worry about this first one. I don't want you to study for the FRQ. I'll tell you what the FRQ is. Okay? But don't like try to find it. By the way, all of them are online. You can find all the old FRQs, okay, which is pretty cool. Okay, so if I give you a hint sometime, you can get, I mean, I don't care if you do a Google search and you study it up and then you get an A+ on the FRQ. That's still learning to me. It's up to you on that one, okay? So 20 multiple choice, worth 2 points, 1 FRQ, worth 10, boom. That's every test this entire year. Any questions? Mags, you got any questions?
Nope.
Okay, cool. All right, let's talk about watersheds because it's one of my favorite things in the world. Okay, I already told you the story about just a small bit of notes today, not much. Okay, I already talked a little bit about my friend Larry who cut his finger off, right? Okay, and first day of class, he was teaching us about geology. First day of class, he's like, "What's WRD?" And we're all like, "Oh, none of us knew." We were trying to think of something really, you know, technical. And once again, we'll talk about this a lot. Water runs downhill. That's what WRD is. So when we're talking about watersheds, it's really important. Now, I brought a book in today and I'm pretty excited about, I just started it. And this guy's got a new book coming out, about forests of California. This is called The State of Water, Obi Kaufman. If you like the arts and farts and stuff, he does incredible artwork. I love his style. Okay, my art kids over here, I like that. Here, let me show you some of this. I don't know. I like his watercolors. There's something about it. Okay, and his fish are real cool. You know, I don't know if you've seen kind of this journalistic, Kayla's kind of style of like drawing in your notes and stuff like this. So he kind of kept this journal as he was studying the state of water in California. And we talked about the state of water and how, you know, a lot of California's water comes from the Colorado River and runs through those aqueducts. So I found this book and I got it and I just started it yesterday. I'm really stoked about it. And I'll tell you more about it when we talk about water itself. But he defines watershed, okay? And so I'm going to read his definition to you right now. A watershed is a geographic area defined by how a single system of liquid water moves above and below ground to supply essential habitat for either a single ecosystem or a network of connected ecosystems. The word shed implies a container, an isolated and discrete investigatable unit, often described by topographic features, most often elevation increased by ridgeline. The boundaries of a watershed may also be drawn by soil types and aquifer size. A watershed can include many different climate types and run through many different environments, yet is always connected by a common drainage. Watersheds can be examined at many different scales, from creek sheds measuring just a mile or two to the Sacramento River Valley, which encompasses 26,500 square miles. Okay, this was huge for me when I realized, like, you know, that what a watershed was. So I like this picture, as cheesy as it is. Shows this high here, and all of the water running downhill from here to here to here to down this river and then to wherever that's going to go. Right? So I asked you on your homework to find a picture of our watershed. And some of you only got this part, which is fine. Okay? That's typically what happens. A few of you did. Okay? And I think you probably Googled North Manchester watershed, and you got the website put out by Jerry Sweeten at Manchester University, and it took you to the Middle Eel River watershed study, which is fine. But our watershed is a little bit bigger. Okay, so our watershed is called the Eel River watershed. It goes all the way from, do you guys know where Huntertown is? It's in Fort Wayne, okay? Huntertown, Indiana. Okay, it's on the northeast side of Fort Wayne, kind of up as you're heading towards DuPont. Okay, here's a picture of where Huntertown is, because let's see, where is Hammerwoods, Monadnock? No, I don't know why this isn't on here. Maybe because it's closed. I'll have to ask them why it's not up there. But it would be in this general area over here. That's really weird. Okay, so the Eel River, though, itself doesn't really start, though, until somewhere around Columbia City, okay? But it, of course, goes through our town. Okay, so this is a picture, another picture of just isolated Eel River. Okay, so here we are in Allen County, okay, Whitley County, Wabash. This is the Eel River. Okay, this part right here is kind of broken up. This part's not really there. Okay, this is kind of over in that Columbia City area. Okay, so there's no water, even though we're calling some of that the Eel River there. Okay, and it goes all the way down to Logansport. Okay, so if I'm looking at this picture, okay, I'm gonna heighten that up a little bit more. Okay, or darken that up a little bit more. This part is higher than this part. This part is higher than this part. This part is lower than this part. Does that make sense? Okay, so imagine this to be a bowl. Water's going like this. Y'all with me on that? Okay. Go open your Chromebooks for a quick second, and we're going to go to something. If you go to Google Classroom, I want you to see where I got this picture, because it's stinking cool. So a couple years ago, I was at a conference and in Madison, Wisconsin, and I randomly went to this one about ArcGIS and how you could simulate ArcGIS without learning ArcGIS. If you like computers and you like the environment and you like maps and you like making stuff, ArcGIS, you'll have a job for life, 100%. Okay, ArcGIS is the same thing that the surveyor used to make this ditch map for me. Okay, you just put layers and stuff on there. That map that you guys used for the Middle Eel River, that was made with ArcGIS by my friend Herb. But I thought like you could just learn it. Nah, like you have to like take classes. I thought like, oh man, I can pick this up. I could YouTube this. Not easy. Okay. All right. So y'all, this page right here. Okay. Model my watershed. So click Get Started. All right. And hopefully it's already in Indiana. It's already in Indiana for you. Okay. So go ahead and just zoom out for a minute, and so you can get the whole of Indiana. And I don't know, does yours have rivers in it like mine? I should just look. No, not yet. Yes, no. Okay. All right. Big ones. All right. So what this does is there's these layers. Okay, and you can click different layers in here. I could click the rivers off. If you click Continental U.S. Resolution Stream Network, the rivers pop up. So we could see that here's the Wabash River, right? We're going down to the Ohio, then the Mississippi. Okay, so if you select boundary, okay, over here on the left, you can go to USGS. That's the United States Geologic Service. Okay, and all of these little things just start to pop up. You're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, so then you can just zoom in if you want. You can unclick that if you want, get rid of that. You can get rid of your streams. You could just go back to North Manchester, and you got a touch screen, so you can move it that way, or you can move it with the pluses or the minuses. I think the pluses and minuses work a little bit better. Okay. Hello. How are you? I'm good. No, because he's virtual. Is he coming back? Oh, well, he hasn't been here all year. He was originally a virtual. So he is officially here now. Okay, sorry. No. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I did ask his brother, and they said he's not coming till Monday, I guess. So that's why I thought maybe he was still virtual. Oh, well, that's what Justin said. So I guess I'll believe Roe, but Justin says he's coming Monday. Yeah, right? Okay, sorry. Okay, bye. All right. So then do the select boundary again, and then you can see that, whoa, like there's that, there pops up that watershed. And so you can scroll out and you can see, boom, there's that 8-digit HUC. Okay, and so they defined these areas by hucks. There's like an 8-digit huck. There's also like a 10-digit huck, which is just a little bit bigger. Okay, you can see that. It's a little different. I like the 8-digit huck because that's small, and that tells me right there that this is the Eel River watershed. So you can click that Eel River watershed, and then this picture pops up that I screenshotted. And then you can put the rivers down, okay? And you can see not only does it have the rivers like the Eel River, right? But then it's got all the little creeks that feed into the Eel River too, okay? Which is pretty stinking cool. So all of these rivers, right? Okay, so this is high and this is going down here. This is higher than here, so it's flowing into this. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. And if you want to play around with it for a second, you can click you can click off that. You can go. I don't know what this is. Just different ways to look at it. Let's see. This is total suspended solids, total concentration. That's total phosphates, total nitrogens. Why is that not showing up a little bit better? I don't know if maybe they don't have the data for that, which is kind of a bummer, but oh well. You could do national land cover as well, which is really cool. So you can see like what's going on there. If you do land cover, you can see that most of our area is going to be cultivated crops. Okay, so that's all that brown stuff. Okay, that's kind of cool. You can also look at hydrologic soil groups. It'll tell you all different kinds of soil types with high infiltration and low infiltration. You can also do elevation, which is really cool. Okay, and it's going to show like the green is like 250. Okay, just to like 750. We know we're right at about 780, right, in North Manchester. I don't know why it's kind of got it like all green like that. See if I go out a little bit more. Oh yeah, you can see different elevation throughout. Oh yeah, there's the Rockies. Okay, that's kind of cool. So we will use this. Oh look, you can just zoom in on us. Oh, how cute. So this tool is unbelievable. It'll show you monthly precipitation types. Okay, all kinds of stuff. If you ever want to use this, and we're going to do some soil stuff later. But I wanted to show you this now because we're talking about watersheds. But if you ever want to find your house, you can actually go in there and like find your house and then find out what kind of like soil types, how much precipitation you're getting, all that kind of stuff, which is really, really, really cool. So let's see, I forget how I clear that. Anyway, let's see. Can I get in here? There's the thing. Maybe if I can get off the. Oh yeah, what's that? Oh, just click that again. Oh yeah, so you just click it again to get rid of it. So, anyways, great research tool. I mean, like you could use this for farming stuff too. Hey, did your dad ever get you back with how much it costs?
No,
for?
he didn't.
Oh my gosh, how ridiculous. So like I can even like zoom in right on my house. And I think we can do it like,
Yeah, you can type your address.
oh, it'll take you there. That's awesome. I thought there was a way to look at this with your, like instead of looking at it like street view, there's a way you can look at it with like satellite view. It's this one? Okay. Weather stations. What's it? This one? Oh yeah, there we go. Thanks. There you go. So then you can find your house if you wanted to. We'll do a lot of this stuff later, but where was the thing to show you where to put your address in?
Hit change area.
You guys
And
are
go
so
to the
smart.
top right corner.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So then that's when you can do like all this other stuff too. Cover database. Let's go back to this guy and go topographic. Anyways, there you go. That's your watershed. I like this thing a lot. All right, let's close our Chromebooks and let's wrap up this kind of stuff. Here was the picture that Justice, you asked about the other day. Okay, so here's our different continental divide. So there's not just one continental divide. Okay, but this definitely determines. So all of our water here in North Manchester, right, is going to go down to the Gulf of Mexico. Everything above this continental divide is going to go up. So you've got the great. So ours is called the St. Lawrence Continental Divide. Okay, but then you've got the Great Continental Divide, which is the one that everybody, you know, that's famous because it's huge and it's great. It's awesome, right? So, right. So water, so if we're looking at this way, water's going to go this way, water's going to go this way, right? So those are all our different continental divides. What's that?
Doesn't that run like right through Yellowstone?
I think so, yeah. I think that's right. I think that's right.
So does that mean that like half the water like in Yellowstone goes on one half and the other half goes the other direction?
Yep.
Actually, so far.
Pretty cool. So we are in that Mississippi. This map doesn't look as good as what Mississippi River, right? Why is our, so we looked at our small Huck, right? But this is our big watershed, right? Okay, so all of these states go to Mississippi, right? Okay, right? And then these go to the Pacific Ocean, right? North Atlantic, Great Lakes, Chesapeake Bay, okay? South Atlantic, okay? So big picture, look how much goes to the Mississippi River. Pretty amazing. All based on evolution, or on what's that?
More than anything in the world.
More than anything in the world. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. This is not going to be on the test, but I have to talk about it because I think it's interesting and also kind of weird. So we get all of our water from the Eel River. I mean, from the Eel River watershed, and we have an aquifer underneath us, and we have plenty of water. We are not going to run out of water in North Manchester, even though there's, at least at this point, because we've got a crap ton and we've got a nice clay base to it, and we've got a good aquifer. Okay, if you live in the country, okay, you have a well, right? Okay, so you pump this well, and it's above some bedrock. If I dig, no matter where I dig, I'm going to hit rock. Some places I don't have to dig very far. Some places I have to dig a lot. Okay. You guys ever been to Wabash, Indiana?
No.
No? Okay. Have you ever been like through the cut?
Yeah.
That's bedrock.
Oh.
Okay. So you're like, well, the cut is where like, you know what I'm talking about? That's bedrock, folks. What's the number one rock that's under? Yeah, you can make my bed rock. Remember that song? Okay. What's the number one rock underneath this? I thought I heard somebody say it. Limestone, right? Okay, Indiana's known for limestone, like what Empire State Building, you know, part of it, Indiana limestone, you know, Southern Indiana. We're famous. Okay, right? So we have all that rock underneath us, but there could be layers of those rocks, and we'll talk about that. So here's the water table. Okay, that's the line where the aquifer kind of starts. Y'all with me on this? Sometimes, though, the river is a part of that.
Sometimes the river
Okay, so when I stand in the middle of the Eel River, I'm standing in the aquifer. That's trippy, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm standing in the aquifer. Okay, so but you can't like go swimming underground in the aquifer, right? Because it's all filled up with dirt and stuff. Okay, now this is, by the way, this is what a well looks like. So you're like, how am I not eating dirt? Okay, there's all kinds of bar screens, you know. So it's down there deep. And it kind of depends on where you're at. Andrew Chinworth had to drill well at his little home in LaGrow. They told him, I think it was going to be 300 feet down. It ended up being like 780 feet down to get to the water table. They also charge by the foot, so he wasn't too happy about that. Yes.
Well, have you ever been like down from Indiana and then seen them like underground rivers, like are actually?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are cool.
Like that's insane to think about.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like especially in some of those caves and stuff. It's
yeah,
awesome.
like there's, I forget one we like on a cruise.
Spring Mill?
Like, yeah.
Spring Mill or Clifty Falls, maybe. No, I think
Spring Mill.
Spring Mill. Yeah.
But there's a bunch of them around that wasn't actually on the Spring Mill.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like, it was like a couple miles.
Oh yeah. It's
under
cool.
These people's property.
Super cool.
Super cool.
Here's another type of well. All right. Okay. Now here's the weird thing. Okay, and you got to stick with me on this. So this is our aquifer systems. Okay, and it's a map that you can get online. Here's North Manchester. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is the Eel River right here. Here's Laketon Bog. Here's town. Okay, right. Well, here's town. This all this. Okay, so there's Liberty Mills up there. Okay, and I'll come back to that. I want to teach you that there's these contour lines for where that water table is, just like a topographic map. Have you ever seen a topographic map before? It's all these lines that show elevation. They have the same thing with aquifers. So the big question I have for you before we go is the Eel River a gaining stream or a losing stream? That means, is the Eel River, okay, is the aquifer going into the Eel River, feeding it, or is the Eel River losing water into the aquifer? Yeah,
Could be some of both.
could be some of both. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's how we know. Okay, look at these numbers. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Okay, these numbers are showing that elevation, okay, where that water table is, how many feet to the water table. Okay, if the river crosses the stream and you've got a little boop like this, okay, and notice this is the flow of the river, okay, it's a gaining stream. If the line goes like this, it's a losing stream. So let's look at this map. Here's all those little, this is the potentiometric surface map of the aquifers. This is an example over by Disco. Okay, so here is Twin Lakes, Brown Lake. Okay, we've got this nice little river right here. The river is flowing like this. Notice what happens when it crosses. Is this a gaining river or a losing river? It's gaining because look, my bump is up, right? My bump is up. My bump is up. My bump is up. Let's look at the Eel River. We know now that it flows from Fort Wayne to Logansport. So the Eel River, follow my finger here, okay, right here, okay, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, oh, coming down. There's my little loop-de-loop, coming over here, coming down. What is it? Is it gaining or is it losing in North Manchester? Where's my bump? Where's my bump right there? Is my bump up or is my bump down? It's up. See, let me go back to this. This is what it looks like when it's up. This is what it looks like when it's down, right? Okay. Notice this is up. That's up. Y'all with me on this? Okay. So look, that's up. That's up. It would be going the other way if it was down. Does that make sense? Because you have to look at the way the river is flowing. If the river was flowing this way, it would be what? It would be losing. Do you all get this? Does this make sense? Are you getting it? Are you getting me? I need some validation here. Mags, are you getting it? Does this make sense? Can you
Yeah.
see the screen enough on that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How do we feel? Good? I know everybody's tired. They're like, shut up. Shut up. Boring. Real life stuff, though. All right. That's all. Let's quit. Thanks. Bye. Bye. You have any questions, Max?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk later.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.